Shmona Esrei, we arrive at the bracha of Slach Lanu. Now, the classic understanding of the bracha of Slach Lanu is very much that I have to ask, just like I have personal spiritual requests, like we discussed in Hashivenu and Atachonei Le'adam Da'az. When I get to the bracha of Slach Lanu, I have things I'm asking for forgiveness. I've done things wrong. I've sinned. In fact, we say Salicha for the Chatayim, the sins that we did without thinking, and Mechila for the Pshayim, the sins that we did intentionally. Maybe we willfully disobeyed Hashem, and it's a form of rebelling against God. So we ask for forgiveness. But I believe if we really understand the bracha, and we understand the progression of where we're going in Shmona Esrei, and what we've already done in our requests, the bracha takes on much more significance. What does it mean to ask for forgiveness? It's not just that I've done something wrong, and therefore I don't want to get punished, which we know when it comes to tshuva and Yom Narayim, there is tshuva miyira. I don't want to get punished. I don't want something to happen to me, so I'm asking for forgiveness. But ultimately, I am asking for forgiveness because I want that relationship with God. I asked for this already in Atachonei Le'adam Da'az. I wanted a relationship with God. And then Hashivenu Avinu L'Sorasecha, I requested, I cried out to Hashem that I want to be closer through Torah, through my relationship, to deepen that relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, if I understand that I want that relationship, there are things that are happening in between us. Our relationship has been severed when I've sinned, and therefore I'm asking for forgiveness so I can close the gap. The brachos in Shmona Esrei, these personal spiritual bakashos, are helping me understand what's really on my mind. I want that relationship. I want it through the medium of Torah to get close to Hashem. And to do that, I have to understand that I have to apologize because there are things that are existing in my world that are making a distance between myself and the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And we know that Hashem is waiting, which is why in the bracha we say, we begin with Slach Lanu Avinu, then Mechalanu Malkeinu. First, it's God as our Father, because He's waiting with open arms to accept that tshuva. And that's really what this bracha is about. This bracha is about, number one, of course, asking for forgiveness for things that we've done. We don't want to be punished. Number two, I understand that in order for me to get closer with God, to have that intimate relationship that I want, that I've already asked for, that I've davened for in Hashivenu and Atachonei, I need to realize and look in my life and say, what do I need to ask forgiveness for? But ultimately, it's about myself understanding, what do I need to do to get closer to God? Now, we say when it comes to the Yom Narayim, to Al Checha Chatanu Lefanecha Bivli Das. What exactly does it mean, Bivli Das? I'm asking forgiveness for something I didn't know. I didn't know. How could that be so bad? So one answer is, yeah, I should have known more. I should have learned the halachos better. I should have been more well-versed in the areas of whatever it was that I'm asking forgiveness for. But the Sefer Chasidim, Rabbi Yehuda HaChassid in the 12th to 13th century explains, it's that sometimes I don't even realize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is talking to me and that I could have gotten even closer to Hashem. And that's really what we should be thinking about in Slach Lanu Avinu, not just the nuts and bolts and the do's and don'ts and what do I did wrong or not do wrong, but to go through my day, to ask myself, what were the things that I'm asking forgiveness for? How do I get better? How do I remove those from my life? And ultimately create a world that is closer with God, the world that I've asked for in Slach Lanu, in Hashivenu, in Atachonei,